Coming up on RaiderVision, we take a look at the seniors' last day on campus. I'm Daniel Lipoff, and this is RaiderVision. Lena Sandal and Dr. Barbara Penna had a chance to speak to students at a Women's History Month assembly about their struggles in succeeding in their chosen careers and helping raise their families. Reporter Amelie Santini spoke with them about what they hope the students were able to gather from their collective experiences.
Women's history should be talked about all year. That's why we sat down with Mrs. Sandal and Mrs. Pena to ask follow-up questions on the issues brought up on the assembly. Do you think that imposter syndrome rises in high school?
Yeah, I think probably maybe even earlier than that, right? Because like even getting into honor societies, or it's funny because I still even hear it if a girl is running against a boy in high school, middle school, everyone's like, oh, the boy's gonna win because they do sports or they have more pull or whatever.
Yeah.
And so you still see it, and even if the girl does win, she's probably feeling that she shouldn't be in that position and that somebody else should.
These problems, however, are not taught when students are in high school, but instead much earlier.
Boys as early as 5 years old, so kindergarten, are already being told to be strong, to not cry, to be brave. Those are not words that we tell 5-year-old girls, right? Mm-hmm. And then a lot of people always talk about oh, boys don't know about relationships and boys don't know how to be social. But we actually stopped helping them learn how to be social as early as kindergarten. So that's one big barrier that we still have, even after everything that we've done. And we start telling girls to be nice, right? When they're in conflict, like in first or second grade.
Mrs. Pena talks about her own experience when she was valedictorian.
But I remember being chosen as valedictorian from medical school, right? And some of the guys came up to me and they were like, it should have been this guy, right? Because he worked harder than you, and and he's a guy, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, whatever, get out of my face, but they said that to me, and I was like, oh, maybe it should have been that guy. If people saying things to you make you question yourself.
And she gives some advice to teens in these situations.
And it's terrible, and you really internalize it, and I think that's the problem. You shouldn't internalize what your family says. Like, even if your family, oh, you won president of the school, shouldn't it have been so-and-so? You have to learn how to block all that stuff out.
For RaiderVision, I'm Amelie Santini.
Graduation is coming up tomorrow for our seniors. Recently, they had a chance to blow off some steam before leaving campus with a giant slip and slide and day at the pool.
Last Friday, we had a chance to say farewell to the seniors, as their last day included a slip and slide, as well as them jumping up in the pool as their last day to celebrate their high school career. We had the chance to talk to Tyrone Sindel on what his thoughts were about this class and why it's so special.
So senior day was a success. We had a great time. We had some activities organized by us. Jumping in the pool is now a tradition. And we had activities organized by the kids, and we can grow that for the future. So we had a slip and slide out there that was super fun. And it's a great class of kids just having a blast. My favorite part of the day was really seeing the joy on their faces, everybody celebrating together, but really I think the slip and slide was a great idea.
We also had a chance to talk to a few seniors on what their thoughts on as their high school career comes to an end.
I thought it was really fun. It was a pretty nice way of having one last hurrah, I guess, and it was nice seeing everyone, all of our friends come together for one chill day.
Seniors, we will sure miss you. Have a great summer and have a great rest of your life. We hope to see you again as Gulliver alumni. Reporter for RaiderVision, I'm Jordan Bankston.
Now here's Jonah with sports.
Thanks, Daniel. Last week, the Gulliver Athletic Awards were held to honor some of the spectacular athletes at the school.
To give this award, one that he has earned, to Will Betchers.
The varsity football team had a marvelous last game on Johnson Memorial Field, beating Key West to the final score of 38-14. Thank you to all the athletic teams and staff and the whole school in general for such an amazing year. You guys have really made this a year to remember. Now, that's it for sports, and for the last time this year, back to the desk.
Thanks, Jonah. That's it for RaiderVision. We'll see you next year.